Trust is a word we hear a lot. People say, trust your instincts, trust your teammates, trust their advice, trust your gut. It's easy to say, but can be a challenge to live. And we do need to be discerning about who or what we trust. I believe trust is at the heart of today's gospel story. Jesus entrusted his heart to God as he prayed on the mountain. Peter had great trust in Jesus when he began his water walk, and later his trust wavered. This morning, I want to focus on what we need in order to trust, and the importance of trusting God's presence in the unexpected water walking moments of life. In order to trust, I believe two components are essential. First is an open heart. We need to be willing to open our heart and be vulnerable in the unfolding of a relationship, event, or experience. Second is believing that this person I'm with has my best interest at heart, or that this experience contains a nugget of wisdom somewhere. Think of dancers or ice skaters when they are performing as a couple. They trust their partner will hold them safely when in a precarious position, or catch them firmly after being flung high into the air. Although they practice their routines for thousands of hours, at its heart, a successful performance is predicated on trust. A heart open to the unfolding of the skating or dance routine, and an abiding trust in each other. Most of us have experienced something similar on work or sports teams, in drama or music, or in neighborhood groups. When openness and trust are abundant, the outcome is a graced one, and we can see God in flesh there when we ponder it with a contemplative gaze. There are also unexpected water walking moments that can challenge us to trust God is there, guiding us through. As a brief nature example, a few weeks ago, we vacationed in North Dakota and hiked many remote trails in Teddy Roosevelt National Park. Those trails were beautiful as buttes, canyons, and wildlife, including buffalo and wild horses, embraced us at every step. We had several buffalo encounters, both with herds and individual animals. In one instance, a male buffalo was sitting right on the trail, requiring us to blaze a path around him. It was rut season, so we were especially careful to give him plenty of space, respecting his power and his right to be there. Even with that, a huge amount of trust was required, both on his part and ours. As he gazed at us, and we looked at him to be sure he wasn't agitated, we opened our heart to both the beauty and danger of that moment. As I reflected later, I realized this was a water walking moment, an unexpected encounter that embodied the divine in that extraordinary moment of trust. Nature offers us many opportunities to trust that God is there in the midst of it all. As a final example, I would like to share how the pain of loss can be an unexpected water walking time of trust. During a homily earlier this year, I mentioned that our daughter Tara had suffered a miscarriage at 13 weeks. Their baby was to have been born in July. And last month, she posted a reflection on Facebook about her journey through this sad and uncertain time of struggle. Following a memorial she and her husband Paul had for their unborn baby, she shared her experience of the past several months. In her words, dealing with loss over the past 5 months forced me to feel things I hadn't before. It enabled me to trust and count on Paul in ways I never knew I needed. She then went on to offer the world her unsolicited advice to reach out to people who have gone through miscarriage, medical treatment, or any type of loss with a simple text or phone call. She said how much this helped her feel less alone in her grief. Finally, she urged people going through loss to reach out for help to friends, family, and professionals. She closed by saying, "You can always reach out to me. You are not alone." Through this writing, Tara entrusted her bruised yet healing heart to the world. She entrusted her learning, her respect for individuals' needs, and her embrace of life to all who read it. This unexpected loss of their unborn baby brought Tara to a water walking moment. God was embodied in so many who reached out to her and is enfleshed in her as she now reaches out and extends her helping, healing hand to others. Although the word God was not mentioned in her posting, the feelings and wisdom learnings she shared were saturated with the divine. I believe they connect with these words of Steve Garnaas-Holmes from today's second reading. It is you who hold me up, you who are steady in my fear, you who heal the turbulence. I must say that her sharing brought a tear to my eye, and her words offered me and others a lifeline of trust and hope. Perhaps we can all think of a time that we've experienced loss, or a time we've reached out to someone else who has. Reflect on how we found God in that moment and how trust was present. Whether working in a group, out in nature, or experiencing loss, trust is key. As we now come full circle, let us remember to trust in the unfolding of our experience and the wisdom waiting to be found. Trust that the Holy One is walking on water with us in all the seas of life, loving us faithfully.